So, we're into the Patriots here, folks. The draft simulation that I'm using for my mock draft videos is on the Draft Network. Check it out for yourself. You can select multiple teams to draft for, one team to draft for, 7 rounds, 1 round. Doesn't matter what you do. Personally, I went against their predictive draft model, and I just did one team at a time. So there might be some overlap in players from one team to another based off of how I feel the talent is against how this site felt the talent lines up. So, that said, let's get into it. Now, the Patriots, big news, they lost Gronk. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. I actually love Gronk. He's probably the best tight end to ever play the position. There's a lot of people you could argue. Don't want to get into that. Comment, whatever. Do what you want to do in the comments. But their team hinges on Tom Brady and whether or not he's going to tail off. That's it. Okay? If Tom Brady starts his slide next year, they're going to go downhill fast. If he does not start his slide next year, they have time to groom the next one. And that's the big story here. Now, their philosophy is unique. It's great, too. What they do is they get out of the first round or they get to the end of the first round. And they stockpile draft picks in the top 100. So they're going to get a lot in the second round, towards the beginning of the third round, and that's what they want to do. Players in that late first through mid-third round, you can say this about almost any draft. That range of players, there's not really much difference in the talent gap. Okay? So if you stockpile picks in that range, you're not getting the premium guys necessarily. I get it. But they've already got their premium guy, all right? Brady is the man that moves this franchise. So they've got that covered. So what they need to do is stock a bunch of talent that they can coach to work in a system with other players. That's it. And the best way to do that is in the second round, early third round, late first, that area, and just have a bunch of picks in that zone. So let's get into it. The Patriots, end of the first round, they're going to have a lot of talent available to them because of how deep this draft is. And because of that, they have Noah Fant available to them in this model. Makes no sense to me. I get it, guys. But Noah Fant, he pretty much covers half of Gronkowski's skill set. When you look at him and the other Iowa tight end, T.J. Hawkinson, if you combine the two of them, you get Rob Gronkowski. But Noah Fant is the high-flying, route-running, open up the middle of the defense, nightmare matchup, pass receiver tight end. They're not going to get the blocking that they got out of Gronk. Okay. But, I mean, you can't have a perfect player, all right? They don't exist. Well, they do, but they're rare. Gronk was only passed up because of his injury history. Noah Fant doesn't have that injury history. He's not going to last into the second round like Gronk did. So the fact that he's still here at 32 is a blessing for the Patriots. Moving on, they've got a bunch in the top 100, so I'm going to try and knock them out here. At 56, Dexter Lawrence was still available. That doesn't make a lot of sense either, but kind of does. Okay, they've got a lot of talent in this draft for defensive front. So some first-round talent is going to push down the board. It just happens, okay? So Dexter Lawrence is a no-brainer pick for a team that can use defensive front help. Then at 64, I went with Deontay Thompson, safety out of Alabama. They do need young talent at safety, okay? The way Chung went down, you don't really know what's going to go on with his career going forward. And our man Belichick loves Alabama players, okay? He would live in their facility if he didn't have a job, I'm sure. Just going to Nick Saban's program probably just gives him the warm and fuzzies because they're the same kind of no-nonsense, hard-nosed, defense-first coaches. And that's not really what's out there in the league today as far as what's trending. So those two guys getting together in a room, I'm sure they enjoy each other's company. Either way, the next pick available for them, I was not expecting this to be around, but Ja'Kai Polite out of Florida. Now, anytime you can get this much defensive talent to revamp your team in one draft, it's huge. And I get it. They're older. Brady's getting older, but you're going to have like a Will Grier available after this to develop a quarterback. And next year is really the draft for QBs, so that's what they should aim for. Rebuild the defense, get a good receiving tight end for Brady, and go at it again, because as long as he's healthy, you're going to be deep in the playoffs. And a draft like this will get you there again.